Bonjour! In this grammar presentation, I'm going to go over subject pronouns in French, and by the end of this presentation, you should be able to recognize them. In grammar, the subject is the word or group of words that a statement is about and/or what originates the event described by the verb. For instance, in the sentence Eulalia studied, the statement is about Eulalia that originates the event studied. In English, the subject usually precedes the verb. In the following sentences, the underlined words are the subjects of the verbs in bold. The smart students study French. The smart students is the subject of the verb study. This exercise is easy. This exercise is the subject of the verb is. My friends and I love French. My friends and I is the subject of the verb love. Now, what about pronouns? So pronouns are basically a part of speech used to refer to someone or something and/or to replace a noun phrase. For noun, so replacing a noun. Subject pronouns are therefore a set of pronouns that replace subjects. The smart students study French. The smart students can be replaced with they. They study French. So they is a subject pronoun in English. This exercise is easy. This exercise can be replaced by it. It is easy. So it is also a subject pronoun. My friends and I love French. My friends and I can be replaced with we. We love French. So we is also a subject pronoun in English. Here is the list of subject pronouns in French. Je, tu, il, elle, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle, et elle. We're now going to go over them one by one. Let's start with the first person singular pronoun, je. I repeat, je, which becomes J apostrophe in favor of a vowel sound. This is an example of illusion. So compare and repeat, je comprends, I understand, versus j'ai compris, I understood. The second person singular pronoun is tu. You. Repeat after me. Tu. So tu is used to address children, teenagers, and young adults, or to older people with whom you are familiar. This is what we call the non-honorific, and we're going to compare it with another pronoun. So just be aware that tu is basically used in special circumstances. The third person singular pronoun for masculine is il. I or it. Repeat, il. So il is used to refer to a male identifying person or to a masculine noun. So for instance, le bureau est petit, the desk is small. Le bureau is masculine, so if you want to replace it by a pronoun, you're going to use the pronoun il. Il est petit, meaning it is small. The third person singular pronoun for feminine is elle, she, it. Repeat, elle. So elle is used to refer to a female identifying person or to a feminine noun. So for instance, la chaise est petite, the chair is small. La chaise is feminine, so if you want to replace it with a pronoun, you're going to use the pronoun elle. Elle est petite, it is small. Yell is a third-person singular pronoun used to refer to non-binary people, equivalent to the pronoun they used to refer to non-binary people in English. So repeat after me, yell. So yell is a neologism used to refer to a non-binary person. The third-person singular pronoun on, repeat after me, on, is equivalent to one, but also to we. So on is basically a generic pronoun equivalent to one or even you in English. For instance, comment dit-on hello en français? How does one, how do you say hello in French? When you does not refer to specific person, but to generic people, basically, like in general. All right, so, and it's also commonly used as the equivalent of nous, we in spoken French. So we often use on. For instance, on ne comprend pas l'exercice. Repeat after me. On ne comprend pas l'exercice, meaning we don't understand the exercise. Nous is the first person plural pronouns and is equivalent to we in English. So repeat after me. Nous. So nous again is the equivalent of we and tends to be used in more formal context. As we just talked about, in less formal context, we tend to use the pronoun on instead of nous. Vous is the second person plural pronoun and is equivalent to English you. Repeat, vous. So, at the second person plural pronoun, vous is used to address a group of people and is equivalent to you guys in English. So you're going to use, when you talk to more than one person, you do not use tu, but you use vous as you. You also use vous to address a person as an honorific pronoun to show respect, basically. So if you meet someone you don't know, if you talk to a hierarchical superior, a teacher, for instance, or older people, you're going to have to use vous instead of tu. Okay. And you're going to go over this difference a bit later. So the third person plural pronoun for masculine is il, equivalent to they in English. Repeat, il. So il is used to refer to a group of people mainly male identifying or to a group of nouns mainly masculine. So il is traditionally used as a neutral pronoun, meaning that if there is one man in a group of 1,000 women, you still use il with an S to refer to the group. Or if there is one masculine noun in a series of feminine nouns, you use il as well. Le bureau, la chaise et la fenêtre sont petits. So here you're going to use the masculine. But please note that this trend is disappearing and we tend to use the feminine if you refer mostly to female identifying women. And if you have mostly feminine nouns, we tend to use the feminine pronouns, okay? So there is no strict rules about this anymore. Elle is the third person plural pronouns for feminine nouns and is equivalent to they in English. So repeat, elle. So elle with an S is used to refer to a group of mainly female identifying people or to a group of mainly feminine nouns, as we just talked about with il. Yell is a third person pronoun used to refer to non-binary people and is equivalent to English they. Repeat after me, yell. So yell again is a neologism used to refer to a group of mainly non-binary identifying people. So here is a chart summarizing all of the pronouns. Je, I, tu, you, used to as a singular non-honorific pronoun. That is when you talk to someone you don't have to honor. Il, equivalent to he or it. Elle, equivalent to she or it. Yell, equivalent to they when you refer to a singular person who identifies as non-binary. On, equivalent to one, generic one, but also equivalent to we. Nous, equivalent to we in more formal contexts. Vous, used to address to someone you want to show honor to, or as an equivalent to you guys. Il, equivalent to they when referring to mainly male identifying or masculine nouns. Elle, equivalent to they, referring to mainly female identifying people or feminine nouns. And finally, yell, they, which is used to refer to mainly non-binary identifying people. Okay, application. Translate the following sentences. You can pause the video and do the exercise. 1. Nous comprenons. Répétez, nous comprenons. We understand. 2. Elle comprend. Répétez, elle comprend. She understands, or it understands if it refers to feminine noun. 3. Vous comprenez. Répétez, vous comprenez. You understand if you talk to someone that you want to show respect to, or you'll understand if you talk to a group of people. 4. Je comprends. Répétez. I understand. 5. Elle comprend. Répétez. Elle comprend. They, referring to a non-binary person, understand. 6. Tu comprends. Répétez. Tu comprends. You understand. Okay, so here is you talking to one person to whom you do not have to show respect. So what we call non-honorific. Okay, so now here are some more sentences. So you can now pause the video and translate these last 6 sentences. Ok. 7. Ils comprennent. Répétez. Ils comprennent. They understand. They're referring to mostly masculine, male identifying people or masculine nouns. 8. Il comprend. Répétez. Il comprend. He understands, or it referring to a masculine noun understands. 9. On comprend. Répétez. On comprend. So we understand, so colloquial that is in spoken French, and that's what it means, we understand. Or one understands, like in terms of generic, like you understand, you referring to people, or one understands. So that's used for as a generic pronoun. You're going to go over that later. 10. Elles comprennent. Répétez, elles comprennent. They understand, so they're referring to mostly female identifying people or mostly feminine nouns. 11. Elles comprennent. Répétez, elles comprennent. So here they're referring to mostly non-binary identifying people. Okay, so they understand. And 12. J'ai compris. Okay, so j'ai compris, which means I understood or I have understood. And here's an example of the elision of the E with je, okay, in front of a vowel. And if you have questions, feel free to write them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. Au revoir.